This past month, I've been working on two things, or at least starting to, which is reworking the combat for the player and reworking the AI. Because one thing I did not like while playing the game is just that, well, I just had to spam, right? I had to spam left click to attack, and it's just, it's not a fun mechanic, right? It just hurts my finger basically after a while. So instead, I made it a little more thoughtful system. So here we're in the hub, so I can demonstrate it. Well, you can still spam left click, as you can see, but as I spam, he'll only attack once a second, so you're not really incentivized to spam. The other thing you might notice is, well, you're attacking much wider now. The area is much wider, but that's if you spam left click. What happens if you spam right click? Well, you get a much bigger attack, but I'm still spamming. As you can see, I can attack about once every 3 seconds using this attack, which currently does more damage and has a bigger radius, but has a longer cooldown. But the actual damage scaling and everything like that is still not locked in, so I might reduce a little bit of the right click damage or increase a little bit of the left click damage to compensate. We'll play around with that. It is now fully modular. But that's not all. It's not still just left click spam, right click spam. You can now have this attack, and if you hold left click, you get another one. You get a slam down attack with the left click, which does the more damage based on how long you charge. You don't have to charge it all the way. You just charge it however much you want. You can even charge it just a very little amount. And when you let go, it will do that much damage. It'll do more damage, of course, at the max. It'll automatically attack at the max range, but you don't have to. And it will hit everything in that path. It's basically a longer, just melee attack. It's much narrower than even the regular attack like this one. The range is definitely not as far. And this one, if I recall, does 5x damage on full charge in a small straight line. So for taking out things like bosses, it might be very beneficial when they are at a little bit of a cooldown to just charge at them and then hit them, move out of the way. And because you can cancel any time, you can just do a little cancel and then dash out of the way. Cancel and then dash. Now, keep in mind, the attack has to occur, and the animation has to occur, but then you can dash out to animation cancel it, so you don't have to wait for the rest of the animation. So if you're good, animation canceling is going to get you very far. But that's the player. Let's see what the enemies are doing right now. Well, if we come over here, we can see here are the enemies, and they'll still go around me, and they'll still breathe fire, these guys. But as you can see, it's they're a little bit faster in this one. Now, they're not all tweaked, so I still got to do that. But for example, if he's breathing fire at me, I just go like this, and he's not breathing fire. Nice and quick elimination. Let's go find some other mobs besides these guys. Oh, here's a bunch of them down here. And because I now have the wide attack, you can see it almost kills them all. And now it's a lot, it just feels a lot better that I can just go in and kill them kind of in packs. It's no longer stuck. One other thing you might notice is I am no longer actually just teleporting to mobs. I have removed the teleport to mob. I didn't like how it was spazzing. I'll probably bring it back as a power-up, but at the current moment, I think it's fine. And you can see each one of these mobs, especially the big one, has the attack arrow, so you know exactly where they're going to attack, so you can move out of the way really easily. And when you kill them, they of course die, and the arrow goes away. Now, at the current moment, when you have a bunch of mobs on you, you can see the arrows all stacked together. I'm still figuring out what do I want to do and how I want to actually display that they're actually all different ones. And here's all power-ups. Let's get our damage up. Seems good. And right now, I'm also very much incentivized to use my right-click and just like run around maybe, and then right-click again. And occasionally use this one, which has also been really nice. But I'm not really using the left click as much. So it is definitely something that I need to kind of balance and figure out. Now, this is just the melee one. The one problem I have at the current moment is just it's incomplete, which is if you unlock the air blade, keep in mind it will kind of break your combat. All of this combat only affects the regular mobs. It does not affect the actual bosses at the current moment. Bosses are still the same, but you can see it is now extremely easy to actually just dodge out of the way because you know exactly where they're going to be attacking. Now, previously, I was saying considerably more damage. I would be dead by now normally. I haven't healed a single time. I'm a 26 out of 100, so they've been doing damage to me, but it is definitely considerably easier. I can still heal with F, and you should be good. Combat, definitely, at least for me, feels a lot better. Now, it is definitely not final. We're going to be doing more custom movement for each one. At the current moment, pretty much all of them are using the same kind of movement setup, which is they can dash out of the way, they can do a little hopping maneuver, so it's a lot more interesting. But so I definitely feel a lot better and stronger, especially killing a bunch of these with one hit. It definitely feels very good. Of course, I'm only getting health ups now because, well, I didn't modify the deck, and I only have a few of the actual deck items there by default. So if you want to, you could of course populate the entire thing, and everything else should still work as it was. But we're currently in the process of reworking this combat. Now, at the current moment, you can see I'm just a little bit short, and I might have actually run out of enemies. So that is something I need to rebalance or figure out a way of guaranteeing that there's enough mobs, because I'm spawning a random amount. It is not guaranteed how much experience you get. So I probably need to make it so every pack has a specific amount of experience as a whole, instead of, oh, there we go, got enough. One less experience that I didn't pick up was just enough that we can get now to the boss. And you can see the boss is just like before. Nothing has changed here. But of course, the combat that you have is different, which means you can do big chunks of damage there. And the boss, unfortunately, does not have any music in here. So as we haven't kind of reworked the bosses as of yet. That's on the to-do list. That's kind of the big updates for this month. I'll continue to developing the combat for the player and for the actual enemies, so we get a little more fun combat going. If you want to try this out for yourself and provide feedback, it is of course going to be available on my Patreon, or you can join these wonderful people here in supporting what I do. It really means a lot. And if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. And if you want to see how this all started and where it originated from, check out this video right over here to really see how it's changed over the last year.